welcome back to the channel. My name is Rodders and this is On The Bridle, a horse racing channel where we give you the highs, the lows and the latest on all things horse racing. If you're new to this channel, you're exceptionally welcome. If you're coming back from a previous video, you're also exceptionally welcome. Now, what have we got in this show for you? In this show, we're going to be talking about Willie Mullins' potential superstar, Kopek Des Bordes. Give me a comment in the comment section below, if you please, if you think Kopek Des Bordes was a bad novice last year. Do you think he was a good novice last year? Kopek Des Bordes will go novice chasing this season. How do you think he will get on, viewers? Do you think he'll be a very, very good novice chaser? Or do you think he will fall by the wayside like so many others? Before we go on, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help this channel out, and the algorithm of YouTube at the moment only seems to be concentrating on the big YouTube channels and forgetting about the small YouTube channels like this one. We can get a few more subscribes, then this channel can move forwards and I can bring you quality content. At the end of this video, I'll give you my honest opinion about Kopek Des Bordes. And then at the end of the episode, I might give you a cheeky little dark horse to take note of. So stay tuned, folks, and let's get into it. Foaled on February the 4th, 2020, Kopek Des Bordes is by the Caddo Dow mare, Miss Berry, out of the very promising sire, No Risk at All. Having been bought for an undisclosed sum, he appeared in the Ferry House Spring Sales bumper on the 31st of March, 2024. The Willie Mullins stable often save this race for one of their better animals, and Kopek Des Bordes wandered through this race like he had a Sunday brunch on his agenda. Many notebooks were opened and many eyebrows were raised. This couldn't be another one from the Willie Mullins stable. Could it be?
Places Dr. Steinberg, but it is Kopek Des Bordes who's going to knock it out of the park on Easter Sunday for Willie Mullins. This is winner number 7. Kopek Des Bordes is an impressive winner of the Tattersalls Ireland George Merlin Memorial Sales Bumper. Trap of Thunder is...
Having been given the summer to strengthen up, Kopek Des Bordes made his reappearance on the 26th of December 2024 in a fog-ridden maiden hurdle at Leopardstown. For many, this was their magnum opus for the season. Many believed that he would win the Supreme Novices Hurdle, but jumping like an absolute drain, he didn't impress many, scrambling home on sheer ability alone. Was he a busted flush? Was this all hype? The next race would tell us a whole lot more.
Clear of Cowabunga, nearing the final flight, and Kopek Des Bordes leads for the first time in the race. Over the last is Kopek Des Bordes. From Winnie Hill running on is Cowabunga. Bad mistake in the last by Dutch Gold. It's Kopek Des Bordes from Cowabunga on the outside of Winnie Hill and up towards the finish. It is Kopek Des Bordes and Patrick Mullins making a winning switch to hurdle. Second is Cowabunga.
Reappearing on the 2nd of February 2025, Kopek Des Bordes made his first foray into Grade 1 company. Still showing major signs of greenness, his jumping was more careful than clumsy. But on rain-softened ground, his opponents stood absolutely no chance. For as Kopek Des Bordes rounded the final bend, he switched into higher gear and turned on the afterburners. But questions were still aplenty. Surely he'd go for the Turner's Novices Hurdle, wouldn't he? Would Willie Mullins definitely switch him up for the Supreme? It couldn't be. Some were saying that Salvatore Monday already had the Supreme Novices Hurdle in his hands. So why would they need Kopek Des Bordes?
K and then Good and Clever K Dirty, they're well stretched out. Inside the final furlong, we're looking at a good one here. It is Kopek Des Bordes extending his unbeaten run to 3 wins in the Tattersalls Island Novice Hurdle. Another great one for Paul Tannen and Willie Mullins.
Having been switched late to the Supreme Novices Hurdle, Kopek Des Bordes went straight to the top of the market. The Supreme Novices Hurdle has always been the true test of a novice hurdler. With improved jumping and travelling with real vigour, Kopek Des Bordes showed them who exactly is the king in the novice hurdle division.
Then by William Money. Carnaquet is in 4th place. Over 3 out. Romeo Coolio led there. Kopek Des Bordes is poised in 2nd place with William Money in 3rd. A gap to Carnaquet. Skylord has taken 5th. Then Ironsi, Salvatore Mundi, Funicola and the weakening Carbo as they get to the 2nd last. Romeo Coolio almost joined there by Kopek Des Bordes on the outside. William Money trying to stay in the picture in 3rd. Carnaquet is in 4th, but at a glance there from Paul Townend, and Kopek Des Bordes has taken up the running there. William Money, the challenger, on the outside. Romeo Coolio has dropped to 3rd, heading towards the 8th and final flight here. It's Kopek Des Bordes with a 2 or 3 length lead over William Money in 2nd. At the final flight, Kopek Des Bordes got it wrong. William Money 2 lengths down in 2nd place, starting off up the hill. The near side Kopek Des Bordes, the far side William Money. They're clear of Romeo Coolio in 3rd, but Kopek Des Bordes doing enough, and Kopek Des Bordes wins the Michael O'Sullivan Supreme.
Following the good and the great, Kopek Des Bordes made his next start at the Punchestown Festival. Unfortunately, things did not go to plan. Throwing out distress signals early, he trailed in behind his 3 stablemates, and the reason for the bad run was cited as one too many races for the season. And who could blame him? So many horses have been to Punchestown, and so many horses have faltered. And as his attentions are turned to the 25-26 season and chasing, what could Kopek Des Bordes be? The anticipation for Kopek Des Bordes last year for his novice hurdling campaign was extremely high. He was expected to reach the top, and he did. He won the Supreme Novices Hurdle, but at the start of the season, it looked very dubious. His hurdling technique wasn't exactly polished, and he did struggle in his first ever run, and he didn't exactly sparkle on his second hurdle run, but his huge engine seemed to have got him out of trouble on more than one occasion. He is definitely going novice chasing. This news broke more than 2 or 3 days ago, so if you've backed him for a champion hurdle or any other of the hurdles at the Cheltenham Festival, you have lost your money, I'm sorry to say. Kopek Des Bordes, to my eye, looks like a chaser. In fact, Willie Mullins was quoted at the end of last year in agreement with me that he was going to go chasing this year, and his hurdling campaign was nothing more than a bonus. You can't deny that the Supreme Novice performance was extremely exciting, considering the fact that he didn't really jump well during the race. But then again, some horses are just like that. They don't respect the hurdles in front of them. As soon as you put them over a fence and they clout one, they understand that these obstacles are not just going to move out of their way. And then they get to understand that they actually have to pick their feet up and they have to put in the effort to get over these obstacles. So what do I think of Kopek Des Bordes' upcoming novice chase season? Ultimately, this horse is going to have to jump, and he's going to have to jump a whole lot better than he has jumped hurdles. This could be another Marlborough, where this horse goes and wins the first 3 races and then gets to the Cheltenham Festival at hot odds on and ultimately doesn't jump well enough to win. Marlborough made an absolute horlicks of the Arkle last year. If he'd have jumped, he'd have won it doing handstands. But that's just my opinion. If you have an opinion of your own about Kopek Des Bordes, like I said at the start of the video, leave it in the comment section below. Now, for those who are waiting around for this dark horse, the horse's name is Largy Go. He was a £375,000 buy after winning his point to point. He is owned by JP McManus and he has gone to John Joe O'Neill. That is the end of the show, viewers. So the only thing that's left to do is say that I am Rodders. This is On the Bridle, and until next time, stay safe.